My experience dealing with substance abuse disorder at my school has been more around the use of marijuana on a consistent basis. I have had a couple of students that I've worked with that has expressed concern with their alcohol use. Um, and And so, as far as the marijuana, a lot of the students will use the reasoning for maybe combating ADHD instead of taking medicine. They find themselves can focus better when they smoke marijuana. And so, we talk about not necessarily telling them that they should not do it because they hear that from everybody, right? But the idea of, you know, combating that idea of them staying focused, meaning that if they get high in the morning, they maybe focus for the first hour of the school, but then it kind of tapers off. And then second and third period, they're just a mess. They're falling asleep and they're just not able to do anything. And then they leave third period just to go get high again. And so what I would do is I challenge them more so and just say, you know what? Why don't we try to maybe change up the time that we get high? I know that sounds crazy, but instead of in the morning, maybe it's something after school that you do. And then let's use this time in school as an experiment to see if, in fact, your theory is right as far as staying focused or not. Um, but more serious cases with the alcohol, I'm not saying the marijuana is not serious. It's just that is a reality for a lot of our teenagers, and it's just kind of like helping them kind of navigate by not, telling them not to do it. But if there's an addiction, definitely giving the resources. I'm jumping to your number three. Best practices to offer up the locations like the Manor House in Towson or different places that actually take youth. I think that's the hardest thing is that not a lot of places support youth addiction or adolescent addiction, but that's the kind of information that's given. Being a support, talking to parents about not enabling, but also, understanding and empathizing the frustration for which it could come from parents. But as far as like true addiction, I haven't really had a lot of experience working in the school setting. But like I said, the marijuana part, I definitely challenge in the use, the time, and then they start seeing that actually they are focusing better throughout the day. And so the idea is to maybe hopefully try to minimize the use of it because they're seeing that it actually doesn't help them focus. Love the 210 Talk, the videos. The one about talking about it's more of a social, giving people purpose, focusing on that as opposed to the shaming that the second video, the Miss USA, and how that was the biggest message for me. It's just the shaming that is given to them. Now, again, it's not easy. Just like the other TED Talk video, the gentleman talked about even having that those addictions in his own home with his family members, that it's tough to be around that and supporting that. But we as a society focus so much on the actual addiction part itself and trying to fix that as opposed to really kind of honing in on trying to build a purpose in each of these people's lives. There's a great, I can't remember the name of it, but it's a Gordon Ramsay show that actually he goes into a prison in England and he has a group of prisoners that become chefs within the prison, and his whole purpose of it is to create purpose for these inmates. And the success story of just that one season was pretty amazing. So I very much agree with the switching of the focus when it comes to how to we as a society should combat the addiction. The last question is, has this course helped you develop a better understanding of depression, trauma, violence? and all those kind of course it did. You provided such incredible resources that I have been sharing with my own school week after week after reading everything that you provided. I hope that's okay. I've definitely given you credit for providing that information for me to better myself as a school counselor and a LCPC, but also providing the resources that I know our staff could benefit from in all four of these categories. So I thank you very much. Now on to those brochures and PowerPoints. Thank you. Bye.